Alright, so this is a video about just some feedback for Wolverine Airsoft about their Wraith CO2 stock. Overall, I'm happy with the item. It's just one little change that I would like to see, and that is how it attaches to the lower receiver itself. So if anybody's familiar with Wolverine Airsoft and seen the video by Rich about how to install it, you have to cut off the back nub that's on the back here of the lower receiver, and then you put all this together and it fits in, and then inside, use a flashlight here, you can see there's a nut in there that tightens it all together. So with their buffer tube though, and their sling mount plate, the buffer tube goes inside of the sling mount plate and it gets all attached, and then you tighten it all down. What I found is that this wobbles a little bit. Also, it's just a generic one. On my rifle previously, I had this, which is the Magpul PTS ASAP, which lets you transition your rifle from left to right side without getting caught up. Let's see, Magpul PTS. But unlike how their system is set up, and I'm more familiar with AEGs that usually, for example, this is a GNG TR16 Top Tech. Basically, the buffer tube fits up against the sling mount plate. You tighten it all down, and then you lock down the castle nut, and that's what attaches it to your, basically inside of that system, the gearbox. With this, you're attaching to your lower receiver directly. So I also like the fact that there's these notches that usually you fit this onto the nub, or whatever you want to call it, that comes off the lower receiver that attaches the buffer tube, so that this doesn't wobble back and forth. I find that theirs wobbles a little bit, and it doesn't matter how much I tighten this down, it still can move when I have it on my shoulder on the sling. So last night when I was doing the work on this, I had it set up where I customized the nub so that it all fit together, but the problem was that the bolt that comes through into the lower receiver wasn't long enough. It could use probably like another 3/8 of an inch longer, and then we'd be able to use either these or the proprietary ones that came with our rifles in the first place, instead of having to use this one. It's not bad, it's not what I want. I'd rather be using this. Unfortunately, because I had to cut it all the way down to get this on now, I'll never be able to use this. So that's just, some feedback of a suggestion that if they just made that longer, then we'd be able to use these, and it wouldn't interfere with the system at all, because we cut off the back of the gearbox for this all to fit together anyways, and we have the room in there to be able to do that. So anyways, but overall, I've tested it with the CO2 cartridge in it. I'm just waiting for a couple more parts. Once I do, I'll probably make another video, because I've made a bunch of different changes to my rifle and the setup of it and different parts on it. I'll probably do an update video of what I've done to my rifle. So anyways, thanks for your time.